I've opened up Unity, so the first thing we're going to do is go to File, New Project, and you can change this name here if you want and the location, but we'll leave it as is for the moment. And we'll go Asset Packages. So we go on Characters, Effects, Environment, Particle Systems we probably won't use, and okay. And terrain assets. Okay, if you don't have any of these, you will have most of the ones that I've checked there, apart from Forest Ground, Texture Pack and Skybox. You can get these from the Unity asset stores and most of them are free. So I'm just going to go Done and Create Project. This will take a few minutes. Okay, so that took a good 4 minutes, okay, if not more, to import all those packages. So first we're going to go to Game Object, 3D Object and Terrain. So here now is our terrain. Let's click it here. And double click on it to focus in on that. Okay, now so here are our paintbrushes over here on the right of the screen. And we can use different brushes and use the size and opacity. So for the moment I'm just going to build it up around the outside. Okay. And right click. So middle mouse button, roll back and forward. Okay, so we can roughen up our terrain here like this. And just middle mouse button. Okay, should be fine. And we'll just build it up a little bit more in the middle. I might go for this one actually. So I'm left click on the mouse button, just left click mouse button. Okay, so we'll smoothen this out a little bit. So again, I'm just left click on the mouse button and dragging over my terrain. Okay, and we can make these various levels. I'll just bring the size of this brush down a bit. And smoothen it again. So again, all the time you'll be going back and forth between some of these buttons. And if I click on the first button here, if I hold shift and left mouse button, I can lower the terrain here. If I wanted to create some water down here in the valley. Okay. Okay. So there is our terrain. Quick and nasty. So next what we need is some textures. So edit texture, add texture, select, and we have all our textures here. We'll go add that one. We'll add a few more. We can go for forest floor. add, edit texture, might go for something a little bit rockier looking. I think I like this one here, and select another one. If I have snow here, it'd be great. Add, edit, and if I'm not sure, just type in snow. Okay, and that should be fine. So we've got a total of 2, 4, 5 textures. Okay, so now we can go in and paint on these textures. The blue bar indicates the one that you're currently using. So again, this is just going to be quick and easy. Okay, and choose this one here. Again, I'm trying to make this a quick and short video, so I'm not going to be spending too much time on this. We can change this. You can change the opacity, how much it blends between each, whether it's soft or if you hold on it, click it a few times, it gets heavier. Okay, so I'm going to use a different one here. Just so it's not so tiled looking. Okay, so that'll do for the moment. Next we're going to add in water. So it should be in here in our packages. Terrain assets, standard assets, environment, water. And we'll go to one that's already made called a prefab. Now the keys I'm going to be using are W, E and R. R will increase the size, so I'll just change here to my Y view, and I'm just going to move this over a bit, center it, and R again just to resize. That should be okay. Again, we can higher or lower our terrain. So what we're going to do next is add a character. So we go to first person controller, prefab, just click, drag and drop, and F on the keyboard to focus in on him. Now the cage here, I don't know where you can see it, is going through the terrain. If it goes through the terrain, you will actually fall through the terrain that you created. So just keep it above the ground a little bit, and we want to click play. So if we just click play now, we should be okay to run around the terrain we created. And there is the water that we created. Okay. So again, it's very rough, quick and easy. Okay. Okay. So next what we're going to do is just click on terrain here. Add in some trees. So we go here, edit, add trees, click on this little circle here with the dot, and we can choose various types of trees. Just make this a little bit smaller. And when we click play, actually that's bamboo. Okay. So we'll just Control Z all those trees, or actually click here, right click, is it edit tree, remove tree. So I'm going to add a different type of tree. Actually, I didn't like them ones. Add tree. Sycamore should do it. Add. Okay. So Control Z. It's too big. And I think this has already got a collider on it, which means you can't, well, there's no collider on that because I walked through it. If there was a collider on it, I wouldn't be able to walk through it. So just click play off there. And there should be trees with colliders on it. And it says enable tree collider. Anyway, you can add more trees. Go for willow. Go add, again bring the brush size down. That should be okay. So we can add grass and other plants if we want as well. And they normally look like grass texture. Yes, here they are. Okay, just go add. Now it is there, but you won't see it until you get close enough. And I'll put it there. So we click play. And you can change how dark you want that as well. Play and edit grass, and we can change the texture, the color to darker if we want. I think it's possible to change the height, sorry. Change that to 1. Can you see what that looks like now? Yep, it's a little bit smaller. But again, play around with it. And that's it. To add buildings into your scene, you need what's called FBXs. So you can go online. You can go to the 3D warehouse and you can download these models here, houses, and you would then, we'll click on one actually, we'll download this one. So just go show in folder. And drag it into Unity. Okay, and we just click on here and make sure generate colliders is checked. Now the size might be wrong, although it looks slightly small. Let's go apply. Press W just to bring it down a little bit. Again, this isn't a great tutorial, it's just quick and easy. So when I click play, I'm actually in the middle of the house. Okay. So I just click on my first person controller and see where we are. Okay, that should be okay. So it should work now. Yeah, and because I click generate colliders, we can't walk through the walls. Okay. Again, the size is wrong, and yep, the size is wrong, and the doors aren't open, so we can't go through the house. Okay, I'm up on the roof now. Okay. Probably not a good house to begin with, but it's just something that you can throw together quick and easy. If you have more time, you can do more with what you've done. Okay, so that's just a quick and easy